He leads business development for Xylem in Germany, Austria and Switzerland. With a background in industrial engineering, Gunnar started out in mechanical engineering and has since become passionate about tackling water cycle challenges. Now, it's all about partnering with utilities and using innovative tech to create sustainable solutions. So, Mr. Brüggmann, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. And happy to hear and happy to present today about climate resilient drinking water supply in the state of Rhineland-Platinate. So, just a few information about Xylem. Xylem is a global water technology company supporting our customers basically throughout the whole water circle. In the municipal sector, we start with a well pump through the whole circle till the fourth treatment step on wastewater treatment plants. And on the other hand, we also have a strong digital and optimization solution portfolio, which we also use now in the state of Rhineland-Platinate to support the drinking water supply. So let's jump into Rhineland-Platinate. It is actually one of my favorite regions in Germany. You can see it here in the southwest of Germany located. Very famous for the Mosel River. A lot of wine growing areas are located there. And also very famous for Trier, and also the oldest building in Germany, the Porta Nigra, which is one of the entrance doors to Trier. And the journey started with Trier already several years back. They have, the utility managing Trier is Stadtwerke Trier, which is handling, besides other segments, also the drinking water and the wastewater segment for the about 100,000 inhabitants. And we started there already on the wastewater side, optimizing together with them the wastewater treatment plant with digital solutions, going into the sewer control to reduce combined sewer overflows. But they were also very interested in the drinking water side, in a climate neutral drinking water supply. And the thing is that Trier at the end of the year is already energy neutral, because they consume about 1.5 million kilowatt hours per year, but they also produce about 1.5 million kilowatt hours per year, mostly through hydropower, because they take the water from the reservoir before it's entering the waterwork, and also plenty of photovoltaic solutions. The problem is that the pump is not always running when the sun is shining. So the production and consumption are not happening at the same time. This is leading to the fact that they are pushing about 500,000 kilowatt hours per year into the electricity grid, just get a few euro cents, and they later on purchase it back for a much higher price. So we partnered up, developed together a real-time decision support system, which is on the one hand going for the water demand forecast for the next 48 hours, understanding how much water is needed in which zone. On the other hand, we also predict and forecast when renewable energy is available. And then the thing what we have to do is basically match it. So basically equalize production and consumption. And for that, we can luckily use in Trier a lot of assets. So there are about 18 assets which we can actively control: water tanks, waterworks, specific pumps with a storage area. So that we can already pump up the water to the water tanks when renewable energy is directly available on site, and later on it can flow by gravitation to the end customer. Obviously, we have to fulfill a lot of boundary conditions like water age, pumping cycles, etc. But these are incorporated. And as a result, we on the one hand absolutely fulfill the drinking water demand in the needed quantity and quality. And on the other hand, Trier was able to strongly increase the usage of self-produced energy. Beforehand, it was about 60%. With our optimization solution, in combination with a small battery, they were able to raise it up to 90%. With an additional small battery, they are about now going for 95%, but they already decided that above 95%, to go even further, cost value is not adequate anymore. So they probably keep it at 95%, which I believe is fantastic, because it means through 95% of the times, every 50-minute steps, the consumed energy is directly produced on site. And this solution is currently also scaling through the state of Rhineland-Palatinate. Trier itself is one of the founding members of the Landwerke Eifel. Landwerke Eifel is a water board which was founded also several years back, with a goal to increase climate resilience and reduce the drinking water costs. And for that, they extended an existing pipeline going from the southern point of North Rhine-Westphalia to Trier and then a little bit east, connecting now about 250,000 inhabitants with a yearly consumption of about 21 million cubic meters of water. And how did they now approach it to increase the resilience and reduce the costs? The first thing is that so far the water was pumped more from the southern points to the northern points. However, the northern points have an elevation which is 400 meters higher than the southern points, so a lot of pumping energy is needed. And in order to counteract that, they found a solution with the Oleftalsperre in southern North Rhine-Westphalia. And by just purchasing 1 million cubic meters per year, so just 5% of the yearly consumption, they were able to switch the flow direction from south to north to from north to south. And by that, saving 1 million kilowatt hours per year of pumping energy. And because the flow direction is coming down by gravity, they installed an additional turbine, increasing their self-energy production by 500,000 kilowatt hours per year. That was step one. Then step two, they extended the digital optimization solution, which they already used in Trier for the Trier network, now through the whole region of the Kommunale Netze Eifel. There are about 30 controllable assets which we can control, where the data are connected with our Xylem View software solution, going for the water demand forecast, when how much water is needed, when how much renewable energy is available, matching it again to optimally give the set points back to the local SCADA system. From there on, it's automatically in autopilot modus operating the individual assets. So also increasing again the safe use of renewable energy. Then they also continued, because Kommunale Netze Eifel is really, from my point of view, looking really ahead, and not just looking at the net, but then also going towards the raw water management and the water bodies. And there they are in the lucky situation to have a lot of performing water bodies throughout the whole region. They have drinking water reservoirs, the Oleftalsperre in the northern point. They have the Riberestalsperre in the southern point as water reservoirs, and in between they have a lot of groundwater bodies, a lot of well fields and waterworks which they can use to fill the drinking water demand or fulfill the drinking water demand. And the main goal from them is to keep the main supply from the groundwater bodies and have the peaks supplied from the water reservoirs. And for that, they also extended the Xylem View solution to the dynamic raw water management, where we on the one hand incorporate now models for the groundwater behavior, predicting how they are going to change, and understanding how much water we can take from which body to have the groundwater within specific limits. The same is happening for the water reservoirs, so that we are also going there for the modeling, understanding how much water can be taken where, so they can have an overall solution for the waterworks where to pump to stay within specific limits. On the other hand, Trier also includes, or Kommunale Netze Eifel also includes the costs of water production. And it is clear that if you pump water from a groundwater body, which is less deep, the cost for pumping it up is cheaper. So this is incorporated in the optimization solution, but also the fact and the understanding where renewable energy is available. So when, for example, Barsfeld is cheaper to produce, the groundwater body is less deep. However, in betting, for example, renewable energy is directly available. Then betting will be prioritized, because then the self-created energy can be directly used on site, and they need to get less from the grid. And this is really leading in Kommunale Netze Eifel to a holistic optimization solution. They include the drinking water demand forecast. They include their water sources, reservoirs, groundwaters, where to pump how much. They include the energy sources, the renewable energy sources. And all that can be then optimized and controlled by about 50 controllable assets in Trier and Kommunale Netze Eifel together, where we support with the optimization solution. And all these data is currently also going into the Xylem View platform to give transparent information to the operator, make analysis very easy, very simple. And all these 3 points, all these actions that Landwerke Eifel have done in order to reach this point is from my point of view, wonderful story. They create, on the one hand, by connecting the municipalities, by having the overall waterwork management, a water reserve for the whole area. Beforehand, every municipality did so for themselves. But by connecting, they build up one reserve for the whole area. Second, they really go for the cost reduction, reducing pumping costs. Increasing the use of self-produced energy is reducing the costs strongly. And thirdly, by connecting the water reservoirs with the groundwater bodies, understanding when how much can be pumped, they strongly go into the direction of the climate resilient water supply. So thank you very much and looking forward to your questions.
Thank you very much, Gunnar. I think it was really a great project that you presented us, and I would like to ask something directly about this project, because you demonstrate that it's possible to have an energy neutral drinking water supply system, and that's really great. But for that, you needed to implement some new technologies, some new models, and so on, and to link some people. My question would be, what were the main challenges that you had for implementing all these solutions, and what were the solutions you found?
I'm not sure if I get the question correctly. Is it about what kind of main change we did, or what the biggest
challenges that you had
the biggest challenges? Okay.
Really,
yeah, I mean,
challenges.
Yeah, if we're talking about challenges, then I can basically second the points of the other speakers today. It's not just about the solution, about digital. It's about to convince, to show the operators that they get value using such a technology, that it truly supports them. And if we do not do that step, if we go too quickly into an implementation and do not involve properly the people, then such a solution, as fantastic as it can be, is very likely going to fail. So it is really about the people to find a solution that makes their life easier and simpler. And that, from my point of view, is really the key, especially in a rather conservative sector, which is also okay, because we are talking about drinking water. But there it needs a bit more, showing case studies, real examples from other utilities, to show that such a solution can truly support the drinking water supply, making it more resilient.
And that's about what we heard before by Will. You said we need a strategy first, and then you need the people to follow the strategy. Yeah? Okay, it's very good. Very interesting. And what do you think? How scalable is your solution? Because it's really a matter of organization. You have some geographical typology and so on. What do you think about that?
I believe it is truly scalable. I mean, obviously, it cannot be used for every utility, but I believe that for most utilities, it certainly adds value. In the end, what we bring, or what also other suppliers bring, is a great toolkit, but we have to always combine it with the local knowledge of the operators. And together, I think such a solution can really bring wonderful values for in the end the utilities and also the climate.
Okay, thank you very much. It was a really good presentation to show how resilient your solution is, and some very good solution for the cities. Thank you, Gunnar.
Thank you.